Hi, I'm Jati Jones from GuyTellsAll.com, and today we're going to talk about emotionally unavailable men. Today we're going to discuss why a man is emotionally unavailable, how to reconnect with that man, and restore the connection. So, first of all, let's talk about why he may be emotionally unavailable. So, maybe he's going through some problem in his life. Maybe it's money related, maybe it's family related, or so on. So, usually when a man has some big problem that he's dealing with in his life, we tend to kind of become very introspective and we want to deal with the problem inside our own heads. So the exception to this would be if we have a problem with you, usually what we're going to do is we're going to come and try to talk to you about it. Now, if your man has been reaching out to you over and over about his needs, a lot of times it's a sexual need. If the guy has been constantly telling you what his sexual needs are and you consistently ignore those needs and don't place importance on them and you constantly neglect his needs, well, then he is going to eventually shut down because he sees that you are not interested in his feelings and his needs, and so he will shut down because he thinks, okay, what's the use? She doesn't really care about me. So for this video, we're going to suppose that his problems aren't concerning you, they're concerning something in his life. Maybe there was a family death, maybe he's struggling financially, maybe there's something going on in his business, whatever. So here's how the typical man deals with major problems. What the typical man does is we deal with the problem inside ourselves, within ourselves. Women a lot of times panic, and I've gotten this in my relationships where the woman is saying, you never tell me anything, you never share anything with me, why don't you talk about your problems with me? I know you're going through something, why aren't you talking to me about it? And I've tried talking to them about it, but what I have found is that it doesn't help, it doesn't do anything for me. As a man, I'm taking care of the problem myself, all right? I don't need to talk through the problem with you. That's not how I get support. And so your next question is, okay, Jad, then what is my role as a woman to my man? How can I support her? How can I support him? What is my role in this relationship? I will tell you, my dear beauty, what your role is in this relationship. What we need from you is your support. We need you to be our safe haven, okay? We need you to support us while we're going through hard times, but not in the way that you think, okay? You think that we need to talk through our problems and that's gonna help us. For most guys, that is not the case. That is how a woman helps another woman. Women share and talk through things and then they feel better. For men, that's not what we need you for. That's not how you're going to support us. What we need from you is for you to be our safe haven, our escape, that one place in the world. A man's reality is that the whole world is coming at him. He has the weight and the burden of the world on his shoulders. His life is full of responsibilities and problems and challenges, and there's no escape. The only escape he has is you and him, that bubble together. And so me as a man, when I'm escaping the world and coming face to face with you, the last thing I need is to sit there and talk about the world. All right? The world is out there. I know it's waiting for me. After these 2 hours or this night with you, I'm going to have to put my armor back on and go back out there. So what I need from you, what's going to heal me, and your role is very powerful. You have the ability to heal a man and have him open up. The way that you heal me is by embracing me and loving me and giving me that safe space where we're not talking about the problems. You're not bringing other problems, into the bubble, and you are giving me love. And a lot of times for many men, what we need from you, the way you heal us, is through sexuality, through sex. All right? Give your man a massage. Go down on your man. Give him a blowjob. Have some passionate sex. Do some role play. Whatever it is, sexuality, that is man's only real escape from the burden of the world. And so when his woman brings that feminine magic, that priceless gift of intimacy, which is sex plus connection, that intimacy, men need intimacy. Don't make the mistake. So many women judge men unfairly. Men are not obsessed with sex. That's not what we are chasing after. What we are chasing after, what we value above everything else, is intimacy. Intimacy, connection plus the physical sex. Together, intimacy is what heals your man. So unlike women, when women have external problems in the world, they shut down sexually, generally speaking. All right, as a generalization, you shut down. With men, that is not connected. The bigger my problems are out there, the more sexual intimacy I need in here. Okay? I have a clear, concrete wall separation between my problems and intimacy with my woman. And the more intimacy I have with a woman who genuinely loves me and cares about me, the more she can metaphorically, just hold me in her arms and pet me and make me better, heal me. The stronger I wake up the next day, the stronger my armor is, the stronger I am, the more inspired, the more empowered, the more motivated I am to go out and take on those challenges and conquer the world and do what I need to do as a man and fulfill my mission as a man. And so I hope you're seeing the power that you hold to either make or break your man. That's why a lot of men stop being successful when their wives cut them off from sex, when the intimacy is gone in the relationship. That's why you see these powerful Hollywood producers or stars or just these really powerful men getting themselves caught up in these sexual scandals. Well, I'm not defending those men. What those men did was wrong. But that aside, the reason why these powerful men who seemingly have everything then get destroyed because of their sexuality, their sexual needs, is because those men were hurting. Those men were not being supported. They were not receiving the intimacy that they needed. And so they cracked under the pressure. And so their wives or whoever did not provide that for them. Or maybe they didn't even have the skill of developing a healthy, intimate relationship. Whatever the reason, because of that lack of intimacy, there was a lack of healing and a lack of rejuvenation. And so they crumbled. And so never, never, as a woman, please never underestimate the importance of a man's need for healthy intimacy in order for him to stay strong and have this continual ability to go out and take on what he needs in the world. And so if your man is closed up, if he's emotionally unavailable, what I'm telling you is through intimate sexuality, right? I'm just looking for a term. Through intimacy, but through sexual intimacy, you will allow him to open up and blossom like a flower. All right? So he doesn't need to talk. He doesn't need that stuff. He needs that safe space where you're metaphorically petting him, metaphorically healing him through your magical, beautiful, wonderful, feminine, magical presence, which is you. That's what we need from you. You give us that, and we will be the most powerful man you could ever see. And I will close with this, even though I've said it before, I see this mistake too often with too many women. Do not judge a man's sexual needs. If your man is coming to you, telling you his needs, sexual needs are not fulfilled, you need to understand that what he's saying is that he needs that sexual intimacy. He is saying that he is not feeling connected to you, and through sex, he's gonna feel closer to you. He's gonna feel more connected to you. So when a man is coming to you saying, hey, let's do something more exciting in our sex life, or let's switch or let's switch it up, or hey, we're not having enough sex, your alarm bells really need to go off, and you really need to understand that he is expressing an emotional need, and if he does not get that need, he will become weaker and weaker and weaker and less able to take on the world. A man is like a rose, and when he is cut off from sexual intimacy, he starts to wilt. All right? That's just how it is. So don't make the mistake of neglecting your man sexually, because that will lead to bad things. This is Jati Jones from Guy Tells All. If you're interested in getting help, I offer professional coaching on the phone. You can go to guytellsall.com to learn more about that. Please leave a comment below with any epiphany or realization you had, or an extension to this topic of what you would like the next video to be. Thanks for watching.